First of all, AFME has one voice, which is something that allows us to be consistent across the different banks while these banks are operating under different jurisdictions. So for the regulators, it helps to have a consistent voice and one interlocutor to speak to. And second of all, AFME is a body of trusted professionals that bring and deliver expertise, which is valued by regulators, and once again help to send the right message to regulators, which by consequences will help the banks to be understood in what they need to do, i.e. financing the real economy and providing all the financing to sustain the growth in Europe. Our capital markets are key for functioning of the Europe economy, because these are providing a market to the financing of products. And there's no market, there's no financing of products, and there's no financing of products, there's no growth, or at least corporates won't be able to grow their business. Capital Market Union is really to help the bank financing the growth of the European zone. Why? Because right now, banks are under a lot of constraints in terms of balance sheet, in terms of risk-weighted asset, and their capacity to lend, for good or bad reason, will be reduced. So if you expect European zone to grow, they need to be able to provide other source of financing to corporates, and that will be this famous Capital Market Union that will promote equity financing for SME, that will promote securitization, and this is something which is key for the growth of the European zone, which happened a long time ago in the US, which is still very small in Europe, because there's lots of different jurisdictions that prevent, in a way, this capital market union. The banking industry is under scrutiny, and people don't trust bankers. So we need to be able to have a body, and AFME could represent this, to be able to speak to regulators, and these regulators could consider AFME not as a bias towards one bank, one specific country, but representing an industry which is here to grow, let's say, the economy of the zone, of the Eurozone, of Europe, rather than thinking of their own interest. AFME is there to provide the right answers to finance the economy, and not in a way to defend purely and simply the bank. Is to help the economy to be financed by the banks.